brought nothing but fucking misery and pain. Some people know me for doing a wee bit of this, a wee bit of that, and a wee bit of this. Travelling the length and breadth of the country, capturing the history, the mystery and the beauty of Ireland. But on Sunday the 1st of May 2022, things took a turn for the worse, ending up in the hands of the NHS's finest. So began a full evaluation of life and how to turn my dream into a reality. This is my journey, how I got from here to here.
Welcome to Donegal! Cheap on.
Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Last time I sorted out the water tanks, a bit of storage for food, and tidied up the last few remaining gaps. This time, and with time running out, MOT day is looming, and I still have kitchen number 2 to finish. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off, which is right here. So it's about 5:30 in the evening. There's no football on again tonight, so I'm going to try and fit one more thing in. I still have a good wee bit of plywood left in the attic. What I was going to do was, I was going to raid out here and try and build some sort of storage box for like tripods, water boots, all that sort of thing, and try and get it in place. So I'm going to have a hook around the attic. I'm going to see exactly what I have. I'm not going to bother cutting all this shit myself. I'll take it down to B&Q, spoof a bottle in there, and get them to cut it. Oh, and of course the box that came with the van with the jack and the wheel wrench and all that sort of thing, that's all going to have to be housed somewhere. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now. This was simple enough. A few pieces of 35 by 35 millimeter for the corners, and some leftover 9mm ply cut to size, a few nice size screws along with some glue to hold it all together. And that's that. Kitchen number 2. So this is the second kitchen which I would have installed in the van. I'll put a link in the description for the first kitchen which I installed and why I thought it was too small. So this time I went with the Mat Hut base cabinet from IKEA. This one was 60 by 60 by 80 with a height of 80 centimeters. The wrapping I went with was this light green. And for the doors and the drawer fronts, I went with this stenciled finish with the grooved panels. In fact, here's a full list of the products I used for the whole kitchen build, the prices and the overall cost. The delivery price to Belfast was £40, so the total cost was £309. You can let me know in the comments if you think that was reasonable or if you think that was expensive. This is the big kapow. If this doesn't pass the MOT today, I am in trouble. So God willing, it goes through, it gets a clean bill of health. Oh, it doesn't rain, it pours. If you can't laugh, you can friggin' cry. I can certainly cry, that's for sure. It passed! The frickin' thing passed! We are officially legal! There it is! So the next step is get this thing taxed, bring it down for an oil change, get the bed in, get the back line of LEDs that goes along the van in, get it tested, and then back to that bloody kitchen. Absolutely gloating.
We are officially legal. We just might get away in this thing.
So, these are the LED lights that have arrived. They're from a company called Manning. When I explained to the guy on the phone there the other day what problems I was having with that other company, he actually sent me these and says, go and test them, see if they work, and if they work, send me a payment. It was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better person in all my life. And that company is called Manning Lighting Electrical. Official UK wholesalers. He was absolutely brilliant. Lovely wee man. So basically he sent me this stuff. He says, go and work it out, see what works. And if it doesn't work, send me the stuff back. And if the stuff works, send me a payment. So all these goodies have all arrived with it. Remote controls for multi-changing things. He just sent me the whole lot. There's 240 volts here. And there's also 12 volt. That's the 12 volt there. That's the stuff we need. So good afternoon. We are a bit late in getting into the van today. We had a lot of stuff to do this morning on van related. Just to give you a quick sit rep on how we got on yesterday. We finally get the van MOT'd. Tax is fully legal. We then dropped it down. We got a quick oil change done. We got the LED profiles fitted in the bedroom and in the living room area, and the LED lights that go along the side of the van. But getting back to this kitchen again, and this, particularly this worktop. So the worktop that I've chosen again is from IKEA. It's called the Slaton or Slataton, something like that. To be totally honest with you, this bit has been scaring the shit out of me. Because using this thing here scares the absolute shit out of me. It scares the bejesus out of me. It is fucking one powerful bit of kit, and the last time I used it was to cut the plywood, and it did take 2 attempts because I made an absolute horlicks of it. I cannot afford to do that this time. So after researching this for a little while and the best way to cut this worktop, and believe it or believe it not, I only need about 66 millimeters. What? That's 66 centimeters. 66 millimeters in hours. So I actually only need about 66 centimeters of this thing. It's absolutely gorgeous, so it is. I'm just hoping that I don't make a horlicks of it. This is one of the things that I didn't want to muck up. And to give myself the best opportunity of trying to get the thing right, I have done a wee bit of research on it. So I did say about mucking up the plywood when I cut that. I found out the reason why. It was really, really rough. It's as if somebody had took a fucking butter knife to it. And the reason being is because these blades that come with this saw, they come in different teeth amounts, different amount of teeth. So that's the blade that came with the actual saw when I went to bed. It's only got 15 teeth, believe it or not. And that is the reason why the plywood, when I cut it, was absolutely like a butcher's job. So, after researching again, these blades and all that carry on, I found out that the more teeth that you have on a cutting blade, the better. And it goes right up to 100 or something like that. I couldn't get 100 at short notice. I had to order this thing 48 hours ago on Amazon to get it here on time for this. So it was Amazon primed or whatever. So that's the reason why the plywood came out like an absolute fucking horlicks. So this blade that I have here, this is the one that came from Amazon. It's got 80 teeth. Preferably they say try and use a blade that's got roughly 100 teeth. I couldn't get one. This has got 80, and by the videos that I've seen and people cutting with this just might do the job. Well, it's no other option because we're out of time. We're absolutely out of time. So, with all that said, the way that I'm going to try and do this,
The masking tape to try and give me as much as a smooth finish as possible. I'll do the other side once I flip it. Because of the blade, because the way the teeth go up the way, it has to be cut back to front anyway. Well, that's what they say, and that's what I'll be doing too. One other tip, probably the best tips that you'll ever get. When you cut the thing and you need a bit to have, the other bit will fall, is because that's one heavy shit. I'm actually concerned about the weight of it. It is one fucking heavy brute of a thing. So I've put in as much stands as I possibly can underneath it. So when that goes to go like that, it will not crack the laminate that's left over in the other bit. Because I still need another 30 centimeters to go on the spring up bit that goes on the end of the kitchen. Three. Oh, what happened there? Right, we'll soon see if everything worked, or was it a complete utter horrix? One heavy thing. Put enough paper on it, didn't I? Or sellotape, whatever it's called. Let's see. That actually doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. That just may actually have worked. How would you even find out if it's straight? It looks alright, like. Suppose you put it on a little bit, couldn't you? That looks alright. That's actually not bad. That actually doesn't look too bad at all. Hey, that's a friggin' belter of a job. Yes! Right. One more bit to cut, and that is roughly 30 centimeters. Here we go. Cut number 2. Oh! What happened at the end? Something happened at the end. Oh, I think I fucked this bit up. Didn't go right through it. I can't get the fucking thing out. Why is the saw going backwards for? Don't know what happened there. Didn't make it through. It didn't make it through. I don't know what's happened here actually. The saw's going backwards. Why is the saw going backwards instead of forwards? I know I fucked this bit up. I know I have. And the reason being is I didn't prop it up enough. I know this bit is absolutely wrong. Didn't prop it up enough. Don't think we're going to get away with this bit. Ooh. Just made got away with that. We just made got away with that, and the reason we had the problems are, I think, and I'm no expert, when it got right to the end, it slowly but surely sunk a wee tiny bit, maybe about a mil, and that's why the blade got caught. That's what I think. Now, I could be wrong, and I probably am wrong, but, well, actually, do you know what? I actually think I'm right this time. So the problem at the end there was, towards the end of the cut, this bit here that was coming away, the bit we're going to need, it slightly went down about a mil. So the blade got jammed, and that's why it was coming back. But I didn't rush it, and brought it back slightly, and then moved it forward slowly. And we just might have got away with it. I think we have. I am absolutely well impressed with that. Well impressed. So that is what it should look like. It actually looks absolutely gorgeous. I am absolutely over the moon. I am well impressed. Yes, there's an edging there, but it actually comes with 2 bits of edging, which I found when it was near dumping the rubbish. I would assume that's sort of glue or something like that, or it's maybe the stuff that you iron on, but you're not going to see this side, because that's the side that's going into the bed. I would like to put 2 bolts, one here and one here, get into the first rafter of the bed, the metal beam. That's what the saw actually jammed. See the burn marks there? That's where it actually jammed, but we got away with it. Just, here's the bit that's going to go. I'll just show you it on this side, because it's going on the other side, like, but there's going to be 2 big brackets, and that's going to fold up like that. So that's going to give a wee extra bit of room in the kitchen, that sort of thing. I'm actually pretty impressed the way that turned out. Good morning from the Costa del Belfast. That rain has not went off from yesterday morning. It is absolutely pushing us down. Oh, this big rush to get away, to sit somewhere else in the rain. In a van. Sure. What else would you be doing? Oh, Jesus, what was that? Fucking right into my back. Oh, sick. This van was supposed to bring me happiness and joy and all that sort of thing. It's brought nothing but fucking misery and pain and ache. Right, so what's the crack? What do I need to be doing here? Because we are going away in this van tomorrow morning. That I can guarantee you. I want all these wee nooks and crannies all sorted out. We did get the kitchen done late last night at last. So we've got to work out where that's going. We'll do what we can while the rain's on. I'm hoping it goes off at some stage. It's raining mad. Hallelujah. Still always time for a cup of tea, but I've just had a thought. How the fuck am I getting off this floor? I'll just double check the LEDs just to make sure they're all working. Also, remember, this is me we're talking about. Shit. Do we have power?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's blue. Green. I like the green. Yellow. Red. Let's see what this. Oh, I love that colour. Let's see if we can dim it down a wee bit. Oh, yeah. Absolutely love it. I could sit and play with these things all day.
So, the kitchen base itself. This was just made up from some leftovers, just screwed together, along with some glue and secured to the floor via the buttons that I used when putting down the subfloor. This is a perfect example why you should have took note of the buttons when you were laying down the floor. So the only thing left to do now is lift it in, position it where it should be, straighten it up and screw it down. That is it. It is done. It is now time to pack the van. Next up, County Wicklow.
Google's putting me on the for it. I kid you not. Woo! Morning, folks.
Here is a collection of my images that I've been very fortunate to pick up along my travels. They can be seen right here. I have tried my best to show my images in true colour and true resolution, but due to website compression, this still may not be possible for all of my images. So by clicking on my Flickr account, you will see a true visualization of the image in full high definition with true colour. And just below each image, you will find an area that if you wish to leave a comment, a bit of feedback, that sort of thing, you're more than welcome to do so. It's all good.